It's Lana with Fast Fit Foods, and today what I'd like to do is give you a segment on a little bit of corrective coloring. So what we're going to do today is, I have Gina, and in our last segment we highlighted Gina's hair a very light blonde. She came from a very dark brunette. So what we're going to do this time is we're going to highlight Gina's hair the same way, and then we're going to go in and really give this tutorial and this segment some time on how to corrective color that gold that we all get when we highlight our hair. We're going to corrective color that out of Gina's hair and make it a nice neutral blonde. So stick around and we're going to catch back up in a few minutes. So we're back with Gina. We've done her chunky foil highlights as I have done in the last segment, and as you can see now, there's a lot of yellow and gold in her hair. So what this segment is about is how to corrective color these problem areas. Some of her hair lightens a little quicker. It depends on the heat on the scalp. And some hair doesn't have that problem as much as other portions that maybe were a little bit darker or the heat was not there. It depends where you place the foils first. And of course, wherever you place them first, they will have a longer time to process. So what we need to do is first understand why the hair turns this color and how to correct it. And this is where most people go wrong. A lot of people have no clue when they lighten the hair what's going to happen and how to fix it. So I'll explain to you in a nutshell. Here is an example of the natural color of someone's hair. Okay. So most color lines go through level 1, which is the darkest, black, all the way up to level 11, which is extra light blonde. Most of us would like our highlights to be this color, but our natural color is somewhere down here. Now when we highlight our hair, even with very strong bleach and developer, we can only expect about 4 levels of lift. So what does that mean? Well, we may have to go back another time for another visit, and at this level, get highlights put back in again over the same hair that has been previously lightened, and then you will end up with your result. So, extra blonde does not happen overnight when you're this dark. Sometimes it never happens depending on the hair. What's already been put on it, previous color or natural hair. Natural, of course, would lighten better. So Gina's hair, naturally, is about a level 4. She's pushing a level 5. She's a level 4. She's dark brown. It's taking me multiple times to get her hair up to what it is, the extra light blonde. But as you can see, every time we do her hair, we end up where she's stuck in the orange stage or the gold stage. So we need to tone that out. So as you can see, the natural underlying pigment, we've gotten her pretty high, up to about a level 10. Is about a yellow to pale yellow. What does that mean? This is what underlying pigment looks like. So we've gotten her to a pale yellow. We need to tone that pale yellow out. How do we do this? Well, the first thing people say is throw ash on there. Okay, yes, but there's green-based ash, blue-based ash. Where do we begin? Well, let's look at something else. Go back to when you were in high school and you learn the color wheel. The color wheel shows the complementary relationships of the primary, secondary, and tertiary colors. It also shows the warm and cool colors. So how do we work this color wheel? Well, as we've seen here, the underlying pigment of what we've lightened Gina's hair up to is a yellow to pale yellow. So when we look at our color wheel, whatever is directly across from the color that's underlying that we want to eliminate is what we'll use. So Gina's hair is stuck in a yellow stage. So what is across from yellow? Violet. And you think, wow, put violet on the hair, but isn't her hair going to be purple? Absolutely not. Because yellow and violet make it neutral. It looks, as you can see in this one, a little bit better. It's neutralized. It looks brown. It's not going to make her hair brown because it's too light. And violet is not dark. Violet is light. Think of lavender. Now, there's also, when your hair is red, you're toning into blues and blue-greens. See, green does not tone out yellow. Violet tones out yellow. Green was what you would need as an underlying base to your color to tone out red. So that's where people go wrong, and the end result ends up not being accurate when they want to tone yellow tones out of blonde hair with a green-based ash. It doesn't work. And that's why their hair sometimes turns green. So, to tone out golds and yellows, violet. So this is what I've mixed here. I have the Matrix Color Sync. It is the sheer pastel violet. Sheer being that it's just a toner. It's just something that won't change the color of her hair. It won't turn it violet. It's sheer pastel. That means that it will just act as a toner, a barrier. It covers over this. And then we mix it with 10 volume developer because it is a demi-permanent hair color, which means it's not permanent. It's a step up from semi. It's a step down from permanent. So it will last the whole month on her hair until she needs another retouch. In between that, we need to continue to tone her hair with a purple-based shampoo. They do make shampoos. They're called Silver Shine or something that says a blonde shine shampoo. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this to Gina's hair. Now, I've already highlighted. It's been dampened, shampooed. It's damp. It's been towel dried. That's okay to put this over that. If her hair was soaking wet and dripping, then I would suggest to let it air dry a little bit. But you can put it on damp hair. Sometimes you do not want to put it on completely dry hair because if the hair has been pre-lightened and it's porous, it will suck that violet in and it may give you a little bit more of a violet result than you want. So a little bit dampened is good. It helps with the porosity. And I'm going to put this right over the trouble parts of her hair first. And her hair did not turn this nice platinum color in just one shot, in one hair treatment. It's taken me many, many treatments each time. Her ends we're not going to apply this to because of the many treatments I've done each time, her hair is the right color on the bottom. But the roots are new hair every time. It's virgin hair. So therefore, it will take a little longer to get her roots as platinum as the bottom of her hair. But definitely in between, a blonde shampoo would be very good to use. And you don't have to get very neat with your sections because when I'm done putting this on, I'm going to take my hands and massage this through her hair like shampoo. So we just want to get it on there. It's different if it was a color application that's actually going to make a difference in lightening or darkening the color of her hair. And then you'd want to be a little bit neater. And you should wear gloves. This is a very mild color because it is low volume developer. And it's not going to stain my hands because it is just a pastel toner. But you should still wear gloves, especially if you have sensitive skin. This does not stay in the hair very long. You can adjust it as needed. Sometimes some people it's 5 minutes. Other people it may take up to 20 minutes. Depending on how yellow the hair is when you start. And this is a color that does require a lot of maintenance. It's beautiful to have, but if it's a color that you can't afford to keep, because going lighter, obviously, folks, we know it gets very expensive, especially at the salon. So if you are going to the salon, which I suggest that you do, or you need to have an experienced stylist help you in the comfort of your home. Well, blonde is not an easy color to achieve, and it's not an easy color to keep, because it does get costly, especially if your hair is dark. So you have to make that choice before you even make the commitment to go blonde. And it is a commitment. What do you think, Gina? Commitment?
Commitment.
It's a beautiful commitment.
It is.
Okay, now we're going to let this stay on for a little while. about 10 minutes. And then we'll see the end results.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Remember, girls, when you look good, you feel good.
Absolutely.
See you later.
So we have our finished product, and as you can see, we have the highlights, the chunky foil highlights that I showed in the last segment, and we have all that gold toned out of the blonde. So now you have a better understanding of what toner and what color to use for what underlying pigment of that color that you want to neutralize. So there's your finished product. Platinum, beautiful. It can be done, but again, always seek professional advice. Beautiful. I love it.
You love it?
Absolutely.
Sexy chic.
Weekend hair, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready to take on the world?
Absolutely.
That's all I want to hear. Check us out. There's lots more to come.
Mm-hmm. If you have any questions, feel free to write. I'm always ready to answer any hair problems you may have.
Yeah, stick around.
Yeah.
We have an ex-roller derby. Her hair is bright Rudolph red. She wants it back to, I think, blonde. Stick around. See you later.